Hello, welcome to the Native News Update. I'm Kimberlie Acosta, and it's Friday, September 16th. Earlier today, we broadcast live online the grand opening for the legendary Waters Resort and Casino on the Red Cliff Ojibwe Reservation in northern Wisconsin. Speakers included Hereditary Chief Robert Buffalo, Red Cliff Tribal Chairperson Rose Sawyer, Stanley Crooks, the chairman for the Shakopee-Mdewakanton Sioux community, Ernie Stevens Jr., the chairman of the National Indian Gaming Association, Stephanie Klett, secretary of the Wisconsin Department of Tourism, historian Henry Buffalo, and Marvin Defoe, the vice chair for the Red Cliff Tribe.
Many years ago, had been dormant, not knowing where this friend was, became rumored to become a legend. Rumored to, nobody knew of its existence until this family came forward. We decided on how we were going to introduce this member to our community and to the community that was affected by it. I am talking about the great pipe of Chief Buffalo that he brought while on his trip to Washington, D.C. to smoke with then President and then talk to him about do not remove us from this area. That pipe came back to this community. We had a celebration in May to introduce this blogging to our community and the community of the Great Lakes Band of Lake Superior Chippewa. To me, this is the most honored welcome I have to offer to both all of you and to this gathering today. So, on behalf, I am humbled and honored that I am to welcome each and every one of you. Miigwech.
Let's try this. Let's try this. It's good to see this beautiful resort in operation. It's a time to celebrate, and who would have guessed that we did it in less than a year? Yeah, exactly. Yes, we did it. We had our groundbreaking at the beginning of October and had our soft opening on August 11th. No one would be able to do this unless you have a winning team that worked together, and that is something that we had. Taylor Woodstone, our construction management, who is represented today by Doug Neeson, Greg Johnson, Jim Mason, with staff Ross Bertelson, Paula Oger, Scott German, and our tribal member Jill Gordon, worked well with our project team, who consisted of Marvin Defoe, Mike Gurnall, Mark Montano, Jeff Gordon, and Randy Hella. Please give them a round of applause. Ron Jack, our owner's representative, did an excellent job looking out for the tribe's best interests. And of course, I cannot forget Kathy Berry, who did a wonderful job with showcasing our area through the beautiful artwork and the talent of our tribal members. It really makes me proud to see that history wall out there, and I hope that you all had a chance to go and see it. It's beautiful. Our attorney, Dave Ujak, also worked hard long, endless hours, as did the law firm of Jacobson, Henry Buffalo, Magnuson, Anderson, and Hogan. Thank you very much. Many of our tribal staff also rolled up their sleeves, and also all of the subcontractors who brought their special talents to this project. Miigwech to all of you, the winning team. And I'll even go out on a limb, and I'm gonna say that I think you're even better than the Vikings. But let's not start any border battles today. Sorry.
One of the great things about Indian gaming, and certainly Chairman Stevens is going to be speaking to that, it gives tribes a chance for practicing self-determination. They can determine their destiny with their own revenues. You certainly have your obligations from the United States government and your treaty rights, and that's a separate pot of money. But as we all know, when you're dealing with the government, it's a lot of strings. And there's only certain things you can do with that money. And it seems it never provides enough money to really deliver it to your people. Something's always in the way. If you don't file your audits and don't do your reports, they cut you off. It's a long time getting back into the revenue stream. But here you have an opportunity to take that revenues and determine what projects you want to fund, what's the best way to take care of the needs of our people. So, you know, we're certainly, and you're right, Tom, I'm way off of this page. Great to see my old friend Tom Olson. We've known each other since the early days of National Indian Gaming Association, mid-'80s. Henry Buffalo also, longtime friend. We've been involved many, many years. It's good to see Ribs out there from Leech Lake. And I think we got some Stockbridge, Muncie people that we deal with. But it's good to see you all here to support the effort of this tribe. And I'm really pleased that the chairperson has introduced all these officials and these dignitaries. And I'm certainly hoping that you brought your wallets to support the efforts of this tribe.
Say thank you to the tribal councils, both of these respective tribal councils here, and I just can't tell you how much of a role model status that you have throughout this Indian country, because this is just one project. This is one project that is necessary to moving your country forward. You know, when you talk about legendary waters, you know, that word itself grasps everything, because too often, you know, this community, you know, what economic challenges are not, the beauty, the tradition, and the sovereignty that exists in this community. Oftentimes, the defense of our tradition, the defense of our sovereignty lies right here on these sacred waters. And so it's really just amazing that we stand here, these troops of Indian people stand here to promote, protect tribal sovereignty, to promote economic development. I don't think it's a coincidence. I don't think we're lucky. I think that's what Indian people do. And so as I look at, you know, these leaders from the Shakopee Metawakan Sioux community, this is again one example of working hard to help not just their own community, but several others. We can go down the list of communities. I was in a gymnasium, in a different reservation, and I saw their name on the wall. You know, and you go to another community where whether it's healthcare, whether it's babies or elders, these folks from the Shakopee Metawakan Sioux community are helping. So in the short time that I've been in this industry, the Indian gaming revenues have increased by 150% from $11 billion to more than $26 billion in 2010. That's a significant addition. And what I want to say, I want to tell you these numbers. And I might be a little bit on the low end, but I want to be careful with senators here. I don't want to give any bad numbers here. So I'm conservative in these numbers. I think they're much better, Senator. But 500,000 I think it's closer to 600,000 American jobs throughout this whole country. And $9 billion in federal revenue from tribes, $3 billion in state revenue, and another $100 million in local government revenue. And tribes can annually contribute $100 million annually to charitable contributions. And despite the recent economic downturn in Indian country continues to do our part to help build our economies, not just in Wisconsin, Senator, and not just with the tribes, but America. Indian country is making America.
To be Travel Green certified, you have to score 30 points. I am proud to tell you and to present to you your sign with 53 points. You are the first Native American tribe to be Travel Green certified in the state of Wisconsin.
Hi, Mom. Oh, it's just wonderful to be here, and it is so exciting, not only for all of you who are attending today, but I think for all the past councils, all the other people who had this vision. And it has literally been about a 30-year trek that the tribe has certainly, understood what its resources were, and it was simply a matter of trying to find the package, to put the package together that would result in us, once again, turning to the resources that our ancestors had reserved for us some time back, maybe using them in a little different way, but nonetheless turning to them, drawing from them, and creating this wonderful facility here today.
We have a lot of rich resources in our community. We have a lot of trees, we can do things. This is syrup. And this syrup was made by our children, our Head Start children out here. And that's what this syrup is. You can see some of this rice. It was, in fact, this last week was made by a tribal member. Made this rice. So with this, we wanted to present all of these gifts to each and every one of you in your community. And also we have another gift where our people for centuries has been gathering out in our garden. In our garden out in the lake where we gather the fish, we collect the fish. So our tribal members who have our commercial fishermen have some. Of course, we ain't bringing the fish in here because they're out there in coolers. But we wanted to give that to you. And all these items to us are very dear to us. They're very special to us.
And to watch the full rebroadcast of the grand opening, you can go to IndianCountryTV.com. And that's the latest roundup of news from Indian Country on this edition of the Native News Update. I'd like to thank you for joining me and have a grand day.